Alright guys, the day has finally come. I finally got it here. It is the Losi NASCAR RC race car. As you guys know, I don't do a lot of on-road cars, but what made this so enticing is it's got Grom parts on it. I love the Groms. I've really been enjoying the Groms. So our basic thing with this is we're going to unbox today. The next video, we will run it brushed, and then we might get a speed test on it. I know a speed test already. RC Driver did it. It was 21. So I'm not too worried about doing a speed test with it brushed, but then we're going to throw up brushless in it, and then I think I'm going to do a speed test. So that will probably be one video. This will be a separate video. We're going to unbox it. We'll look at it. We'll kind of compare it to a couple of my other Groms I have here. And then that second video we'll run it brushed and kind of just give it a couple little laps and things like that. And then we'll throw a brush system in it. I haven't decided yet what brush system I'm going to put in it. So maybe you guys could help me out with that. Should I order a Castle? Maybe this won't heat up as much because it's an on-road car. It's not going through rocks and dirt. So maybe the Castle would be okay. And we will not blow up a motor, but I don't know. So without further ado, let's get this on the box. It's kind of weird how it goes in this. It's got a sleeve over it, and the sleeve does look nice. But you gotta kind of like... shit. And then there is the car. So kind of a cool presentation. The sleeve is a nice added thing, but I think it would have actually looked really cool if they just did it this way. And it's nice they did it this way because then the hobby shops actually don't have to open the box. They just have to pull off the sleeve. You can see the car through the box, so why would they need to open it? Before I do open this though, just having on-road tires, I'm going to sweep off my desk here, and then we will actually take it out of the box. So let me do. Alright, so we are back. Let's go ahead and open this up quick. And it is sealed on both sides. We will open this side. So we got the tape box. I guess I open this side. Open up this side. Kind of look at everything you get, everything that's packed. The reason we're actually not driving it today, guys, it's raining pretty hard out right now, sadly. So I did just pick it up on my way back. I had to go down to Iowa. Now we are back, and we got a new toy. Oh, I don't know. There we go. And this did rip off the cardboard. So now we can take our snips and we'll snip all this stuff off. That. Now I'm guessing the car is held from underneath. So, you know, Horizon really likes wasting tape on these things. Okay. Get your manual and stuff under there and your charger. Here's the car, and right away there's something I'm not too excited about. with this one. Well, actually, there's a couple things I'm not too excited about. One of the first things that I'm really not excited about is how they use clips on this instead of making the body clipless like the actual Grom, but oh well. I mean, NASCAR's, you know, someone else mentioned in their video too, NASCAR's do actually use clips on their hoods, so I mean, it kind of looks scale, but in my opinion, not really, because it's a different style of clip. So let's take off the body. I'll show you the body. I got the Bass Pro Shops edition. So the bodies do look really nice on all these. My dad actually grabbed the Napa one, and that one looks really nice too. That one is a Camaro, this one is a Camry. I'm not a Camry fan, I just like the Bass Pro Shops. Thought it was kind of cool looking, and it's orange, and it's really scale. So Bass Pro Shops Club, number 19 on the side, Bass Pro Shops. True Timber Camo, Mobile One, Tracker ATVs here on the side, and our Tracker boats and Tracker ATVs. Racers Flying Foods, I think, and then Toyota Mobile One. I'm not a NASCAR fan, guys, so, but I just thought they look cool. Black Rifle Coffee Company, Mobile One, Goodyear up on the wheel wells there in the front. Very cool. It does have a plastic, or more of a rubber-like wing than plastic, I guess, and that does unbolt. How does that unbolt? Oh, it unbolts from the bottom, my bad. So very, very cool. Very cool. Now here we have the chassis, and as you can see, a very Grom-like stigma from it. It is very cool looking. You do notice there's an issue with this tire right out of the gate. It looks like it has a hole in it. This thing is heavy. Surprised how heavy it is. It does have, so something that I thought was kind of cool is it does have adjustable shocks on it. If you want to make the shocks softer or stiffer, you can without changing fluid or doing any of that. Suspension does feel pretty good. But anyways, starting at the front, you got two shocks, of course. You got your wishbone or bone trailing arms, however you want to call it. It's got trailing arm style on it. It does have your clip mount. It does have a foam pad front bumper with a splitter on the bottom. You have your steering servo in here, and I am happy to see these are separated and this ain't on top of each other, so they didn't just like take this from the Grom. They actually did think about that. That is kind of nice to see. And I don't know for sure. It don't look screwed in, so I'm gonna guess it's two-sided tape down. It looks to me like it was two-sided tape down because it was screwed in. I think yeah, it's two-sided taped in. This is screwed down in the front. Very, very cool. And then you have your 380 size motor in there. You got your G2 battery, and then basically seeing the same things on the back. Wishbone suspension with your adjustable shocks, and then you have your rear splitter, and you have your body post mounts and stuff. So very nice. The wheels are I believe licensed Goodyear Eagles, which is very cool. Not really much else to tell. If we look at the bottom of the chassis, you can see it is a Losi chassis, race inspired. So that's the thing to think about, guys, is this is going to share some parts with the Grom, but this is actually not an Arrma vehicle. It's a Losi vehicle. It is a little weird that they did that. I guess it makes sense though, but it also kind of don't make sense. They should have just probably made this an Arrma, but Losi NASCAR sounds better than Arrma NASCAR, in my opinion. You do again get your fan on here, which is cool. It does have a place on the side to carry it, which is nice. So when you got your body on, we'll just go ahead and throw the body back on. There's not much else to talk about on the chassis. So there you go. It does have underneath carry handles, so you can grab it and carry it nice and easy. So let's throw some cars up here. I want to throw some cars up here and kind of compare it. So this is a 12 scale. They are considering the Groms. 18th scale. So here is one of the Groms. This is the Granite. So actually what I'm going to do is I'll put this sideways and we'll kind of compare them side by side like this. Make it a little bit easier so you can kind of see the length difference. So here is the Granite next to it. This is wheel to back wheel and then the front. So back is longer. So if we actually went bumper to bumper, it'd be sitting more about right there. But here is wheel to wheel. So the NASCAR is quite a bit bigger, guys. It's a little bit bigger than I thought it was going to be. That was the Granite. Now here is the Typhon. That is wheel to wheel, and the rear of the spoiler is about the back of the car, so that's good there. Now let's grab my Mojave. I don't even actually remember what was broke on all these. I'm gonna check these out because I don't remember what's all broke on them, but so the Mojave is a pretty good close to length, but the chassis is a lot bigger on the Losi. You gotta remember the chassis ends about right here on the Losi and about right here, so the chassis is still quite a bit longer, but they are almost the same wheel. Yeah, whatever. Their wheels almost match. The wheelbase is almost the same when it comes to length. So there you go. So now let's get open our pack. You do get a big Losi sticker, which is pretty cool. Let's just see here. Right on the table. So just a pamphlet with some optional parts. It's kind of funny though because there is no. Okay, so here is the actual upgraded option parts. Now the funny thing is I did notice on this that the Grom did come with is this does not have a heat sink, but they have it here as G, which your standard 380 off one of your Groms will fit if you make that brushless, so you don't have to worry about that. So B is the adjustable links and then the upper arms, I believe. Those are upper arms for all the way around, and then it has adjustable links for the front. Why wouldn't they just put that on here? I don't understand that. Just put it on. Charge another $10 for the car, for frick's sakes. S is a must. I do suggest you guys get an adapter, IC3 to IC2. Very nice to have. I do have that for my smart charger. Use it a ton. I also will suggest the steering rack and metal axles are two of the things I have done on most of my Groms. I know it's ain't a Grom, but when we start putting brushless in this, I'm sure we're going to start seeing things break. I'm not sure if this uses the same system, or not system, but diffs as the Grom. If it does, you're probably going to want to replace those soon too, if you make it brushless. Put that back in there. Then you get your 112 all-wheel drive NASCAR RC race car manual. Fantastic. Don't really need to read that. If you are new, make sure you read it. But it shows you how to operate things and how things work. Your charger that I suggest you take, throw away right away. You get a bind plug for the cheap 2-in-1 that it comes with. This is to bind the STX or SLT2 radio. My apologies. If you do have an SLT3, or I believe the STX or whatever it's called, it should bind to this car. So if you got a bigger radio you want to use, you can, and you will need this to do it. Go in the garbage too. I'll never need that. Then you have your AA batteries, which is very nice. They do give you some batteries with the car. And then how you're going to load these in the remote should be pretty simple. So I believe this side is minus. I could be wrong. These could be backwards. They probably are backwards. We'll see. Oh, I put them in right. So your radio is now on. So this side is going to be your flat. This side is going to be your button. Left flat, right button. And then for this radio, I mean, there's not much to be said. It has your steering rate, your steer trim. And then if you flip it over to the back, it has your left and right, or your steering reverse. And then it has your 175/50. So if you want to let someone else who's never drove RC play with this, but I don't think anyone will really have a problem playing with this even at 100. It's not going to be super fast. RC Driver Show did about 21. I am quickly going to go grab a charged G2 battery. One of these from the Groms. They are the same battery, which is very nice. And then I'm going to throw one in here, and we're just going to make sure everything works. Alright guys, and something else I want to mention about these G2 batteries. This is not the battery that came with this, but it is the same battery. It is a 1400 2S G2 30C. So something to keep in mind with these batteries is they do auto storage, and they are from factory set to 72 hours, which is 3 days. So if you do go out and you buy an actual Spectrum smart charger, the S150 I think is like your first really good option, and you can program batteries through it if I'm not mistaken. I don't know if that charger is still relevant, but last time I looked, I think that was the cheapest one you can get. I have, as you guys know, some of you know, we have the S2100, and I have the older S2200 or something like that. But we're just going to throw this battery in. Not too worried about these being down. Gonna slap on the radio, and then you do have an on and off switch over here. Just want to make sure everything functions correctly. That servo seems a lot slower than it is. That servo seems really slow in this. My Granite and Grom song seem faster. So now we know everything is working. We'll turn it off. Unplug our battery. Make sure you guys are always unplugging your batteries. Don't leave batteries plugged in. It's not good. Put on our body clips, which is a dashing time. It's been a long time since I've used our. Oh, never mind. My Techno takes RC, has RC body clips on it. I'll say the rest of my, and actually my Losi Super Laser now does too. What am I thinking? So yeah, guys, I gotta say, Losi, I think they did an awesome job. I think the price point on these isn't too bad. I think the price point is about where it should be. I don't think asking $180 for this is too crazy, being they're getting $150 for the Mojave Grom. This is bigger. Yes, it's an on-road car, but I think their price point is pretty good for what you're getting. You're getting a fully ready to run setup. I would throw away the stock charger and buy a more upgraded charger for it if this is your first RC. If you already have Spectrum stuff and you have one of those upgraded chargers and you don't have an IC3 to IC2, that can be grabbed at your hobby shop also to make your other charger. Don't think you have to buy a charger with an IC2 on it, because you don't. They do make an adapter. Once again, there is the sleek chassis. Guys, I cannot wait to get the brushless system in this and see how fast we can get it going. I did see some videos where guys were having issues keeping grip, and I believe it. It is a NASCAR. It's an on-road car. The tires usually aren't too great stock. Hopefully these will become bigger than they already have become. Horizon sold out of these. My local hobby shop actually had quite a few of these today. I think they still had like 7 left when we left. And my dad got the NASCAR or Napa one, and I got the Bass Pro Shops, and I think these were the last 2 of those ones. So, yeah. Guys, take a look at them on Horizon. They look sweet. I will throw a link down below to Horizon's website to get them. My local hobby shop, I don't think they have them online yet. I will look. If they're online, then I will drop that link down below so you guys can look there too and possibly even order one and get it before all the people are getting their second pre-orders. So, yeah. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, drop a like and subscribe. And I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you guys.